Welcome to Full Body Strength and Conditioning. We're going to jump right into the warm-up. So go ahead and meet me in a tabletop position on the floor, hands and knees. And we're just going to start by opening up through the wrist. So a gentle forward and back wrist rockers. Now, if this is really gentle, feels nice in your body, feel free to stay here like this. You can also turn the fingertips towards the longer edges of your mat. And if it feels okay, you can also turn the fingertips back towards your knees. Whatever is going to help you find the most gentle opening through the wrist. So I like fingers facing along edges, but you listen to your body, adjust accordingly. All we're doing is shifting the weight gently forward and back, bracing through the core. Feel that gentle stretch through the wrists and up the forearms. And if you rotated your wrists anyway, bring them back to facing forward, and we're just going to decompress the spine. So press the floor away, round your spine, tuck your chin into your chest, tuck your tailbone under, and then slowly switch that out. So we're letting the belly fall, arms stay straight, pull the chin and the tailbone away from the center of the body. Press the floor away and round. And then let the belly fall and flatten. So just decompressing the spine with this gentle moving through cat-cow. Keeping the core really strong, really stable. We got about 20 more seconds here before we go into our next move. It might be helpful to have your yoga blocks for the next one if you have them. Otherwise, you could always tent your fingers on the floor or keep a flat hand. Just depends on what feels best for you and your hips. But the next time you come through a rounded spine, pause with a neutral spine. You're going to step the right foot forward. Feel free to grab your blocks or leave them out. We're going to let the hips fall, open the chest towards the front of your mat, and then push from that front leg and the hands, straighten your front leg any amount and fold. Pull yourself forward, open through the chest, and then push the floor away and fold as you straighten that front leg. We'll just keep flowing between these two moves for the next 40 seconds. Move at whatever pace feels really good for you. Just find a nice opening through that front left hip and through that right hamstring as you sit back. About 15 more seconds here. Now the next time you come into the lunge variation, so dropping through the hips, pause and stay here. Keep your right hand on the block or on the floor, but we're going to circle that left arm, big circles. We'll do 30 seconds one direction, and then 30 seconds we'll switch that up. One more big circle, and then keep the circle going, but just change the direction. So circle more towards the back of the space, and then forward. About 15 more seconds here, and then we're just going to switch our legs out and do both of these things on the other side. All right, release that hand to your block, step your right foot back, step your left foot forward, and then flow into that lunge into your hamstring stretch. And we'll be here for about a minute. Opening up now the right hip and the left hamstring. If something feels sticky or needs a little extra tension, feel free to pause there, take a couple breaths, and then join me back in the movement when you're ready. All right, go ahead and finish whatever round you're on. The next time you're in that lunge variation, free up the right hand and circle that in one direction for 30 seconds. Then we'll switch the other side for 30. So keeping the left foot down, the left hand down, and moving that right arm through the shoulders range of motion. All right, whenever you're ready, just change the direction of your circle. Keep it going for the next 30 seconds. And release. Nice job. Set your blocks off to the side. Come back to your tabletop position. And we're just going to move the shoulders together in circles. So again, we'll do 30 seconds one direction, 30 seconds the other. So what you want to find here is shoulder blades hugging in towards the spine, pulling shoulder heads away from the ears, rounding the shoulder blades, and then pulling the shoulder heads up towards the ears. So you're moving this whole shoulder girdle in a circle. Take one more this direction, and then turn it around. So really getting these shoulders nice and active. We've got some shoulder exercises. We want to make sure the joint is ready for the load. Just a couple more here, and then we just have 3 more exercises to get us warm and ready, and we're going to jump right into our lift. So the next time you start to come back through neutral pause, go ahead and tuck your toes under. We're going to float the knees, walk back, let your heels drop, and then pull forward. So all we're doing here is rocking towards the heels, rocking towards the front, letting the knees touch the floor. So finding a little bit of ankle mobility. You can also use your yoga blocks here if that's helpful. But hopefully feeling a little stretch through the bottom of the foot in that plantar fascia, but also feeling a little mobility through the ankle joint. All right, take 1 or 2 more. The next time you're back more towards the heels, go ahead and plant them onto the floor. Bend your knees generously, roll it up to stand. We're going to take this right into some squats. So feel free to keep your arms forward, overhead, at your heart, whatever feels the best for you. Start to descend into your squat, then press the feet to drive back up. Really strong through the feet, press the knees out. And again, arms can be overhead, straight out. They could be just somewhere towards the body, whatever makes the most sense for you. Let's make 2 more here. Just trying to warm up the whole body and release. All right, alternating hip circle. So standing in place, big hip opener towards the side, and then moving the leg through its hips range of motion. We'll be here for about another 30 seconds, the end of this song, and then we're ready to go. So find some control here too. Balance is involved. All right, let's do 1 more circle on each side. Finish here and release. Nice job. All right, we're going to jump right into this. So we have 1 circuit. We're going to repeat it 1 time. So we get to go through this 2 times. Round 1 is going to get us familiar with the move. And then round 2, we're going to play around with going heavier and amping up the intensity. So move number 1 is going to be a half kneeling snatch. Now I'll show you a standing variation if you do not want to come down onto the knees. So half kneeling is meaning 1 knee down, and that's it. The knee that's down, that hand is going to have the weight. Just like we do in a standing snatch, you're going to hinge from the hip in 1 big push. You're going to bring that weight all the way overhead, rack it, and release. We're going 8 on one side, 8 on the other. Now, if you'd like to take out the half lunge variation, doing this standing, you'll come back to that hip hinge. Weight will be right above the knee. Keep the weight really close to your body. Drag it up and press it overhead. So I'll leave it up to you how you want to perform it. But when you're ready, we have 8 on the right, 8 on the left. So grab a moderately heavy weight, set up either standing or half kneeling, and when you're ready, let's go. 8, 7, 6, you got it. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Use your hip drive to get that weight up, whether you're kneeling or standing. Once you get 8 on that side, switch it to the other side. Moderately heavy weight here, something to really challenge you. You got it, come on. Halfway, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Nice job, set your weight down, bring it up. Now the next one, we're gonna use a kettlebell. If you don't have a kettlebell, no problem. You're gonna use 1 or 2 dumbbells. If you have 1 dumbbell, you're gonna do your kettlebell swings just like normal with a dumbbell. If you'd like to do 2, your feet will be hips distance, same hinging from the hips, but you have 1 weight in each hand, straddling the body. I'm going traditional kettlebell. I have a 35-pound kettlebell, if that gives you a little reference. We're going for 12 repetitions, so not a lot of reps. Go heavy in your weight. When you're ready, 12 repetitions, I'll show you from the side as well. You want to hinge from the hips and then use your hip power to get the weight up. 4, we're going to 12. 2 more. And 12. Nice job. All right, next move, very straightforward, push-ups, 10 reps. However, you have lots of options. Let me show you them as we enter round 1. You can do these on your knee on the floor, traditional push-ups. My favorite is to start on the toes, lower with control, drop the knees to use them as an assist to push back up. You can also go full out on your toes the whole time. And if you want another option, you can also do your push-ups at the wall. You'll have your hands right in front of your chest, lower your chest to the wall, press yourself away. Multiple options, we're going for 10 repetitions. Find one that works for you, feels good in your body, and when you're ready, knock out 10. Here's halfway. 4, we got this. 3, bracing through the core. 1 more. Push-ups are one of those, you only get better at them when you do them. So, making sure we keep practicing our push-ups. All right, we're bringing it back up to the the lower body. For this, you'll need a yoga block or something to prop your foot up on, and 1 heavy weight. We're going single leg, foot elevated, deadlifts. So, 1 foot on the floor, the other foot's gonna be elevated onto a step. Whatever hand feels more comfortable for you can have the weight. It can be on the outside of the leg or the inside of the leg. We're only going for 8 repetitions here. So what we want to do is load up the standing leg. Hinge from the hips as you lower down. Press strong, back up. Let's do 8. Hinge from your hips, not your knee. Firing up hamstring and glute. I got 3 more. And release. Nice job. Quick little shake out. Whew. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Little breather, recovery, so we can go heavy again. All right, other foot will now be elevated. Ground through your stabilizing leg. Whichever hand feels more comfortable, and when you're ready, let's go. Oops, 8. Focus on your balance. 7, 6, you got this. 5, 4, 3. Whew, feel that back line, that posterior chain. One more. Whew, nice job. All right, you can set your yoga block out of the way. We're moving to the upper body. So we're going 10 this time. Single side Arnold press. So you have the weight in the hand, palm faces you. As you press up, there's a rotation. So at the top of the press, your hand is facing away from you. You rotate to re-rack, strong press up. It's round 1, so if you're new to this exercise, take a moment to get familiar with it. Otherwise, grab your heavyweight option, and we'll do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. Rack it with your hand facing inward, and when you're ready, 10. Strong through the shoulder. 9, 8, 7, you got this, come on. 6, stay in it. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Whew. Last one, and release. Nice job. Now, if you didn't feel that through the shoulder, that is a great sign from your body telling you that you can go heavier. So when we come back around through this circuit, try to go heavier in your weight. All right, whenever you're ready, let's do the other side. We got 10 repetitions. Start with the wrist facing inward. We rotate to the top. 10. 9. With control. 8. Soften the knees, core is braced. Here we are, halfway. Come on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Set that weight down. All right, now we're going 10 traditional deadlifts. So you'll need 2 heavy weights. I'm using 30 pounds today for my deadlift. But when we deadlift, we want the feet about hip distance apart. We hinge from the knees. We only lower to the point we can feel a slight stretching sensation through the hamstrings and the glutes. We don't want to feel that weight across the broad of the low back. So if you go too far down and you start to feel that, maybe just stay up a little higher as you lower. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. All right, grab your weights. Start them at the hips. Hinge from your hips. Here we go. 10. 9. 8. Brace to the core. 7. 6. There's our halfway point. 1 more. Nice job. Set your heavies down. All right, take a nice long break. That's it for our circuit. We're going to recover, and then we're going to come back and do it one more time through. All right, so as we start to transition into circuit number 2, for our first move, decide if you want to do standing snatch or half kneeling, and decide if you want to go heavy or not. I'm going up to my 20-pound weight from my 17.5 for the snatches. You do not have to go up in weight, but just try to make the exercise feel challenging. So if it wasn't challenging on round 1, let's go heavier for round 2. All right, when you're ready, standing or half kneeling snatch. When you're ready, 3, 2, let's go. 8 repetitions is your goal, 8. Now hinge from your hips, 7, 6, 5, 4, brace your core at the top, 3, 2, one more, and release. Beautiful job. Let's switch sides. All right, let's keep this tempo going. When you're ready, 8 on the other side. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Nice job. All right, quick little shake out. We're going to move number 2, which was 12 kettlebell swings. I'm gonna go heavier. I'm gonna go from my 35 to my 50. 12 reps is not a whole lot. Let's challenge ourselves with those weights. Best bang for our buck when we're only doing one circuit 2 times. All right, when you're ready, it's 12 repetitions. Same move as the snatch. Today we're really focusing on push and hinging motions. So using the power from your hips, which are so strong, they can handle a heavy load. So make sure you're hip hinging, squeezing the glutes at the top, right? All right, you've got a kettlebell, a dumbbell, or 2 dumbbells, multiple options. When you're ready, 12. And 12. Nice job. All right, next move. Very straightforward, push-ups. I gave you your multiple options on round 1. So if you felt really comfortable and challenged with whatever you chose, stay with that. And if you're like, I want to start playing with getting stronger in my push-ups, go to the next level. So level 1's wall push-ups. Level 2 is push-ups at the floor on your knee. Level 3 is lowering with control, dropping your knees to assist up. Level 4 is on your toes the whole time. Whenever you are ready, we've got 10 push-ups here. And 10. Nice job. Those are definitely not easy. It's one of those things you got to practice a lot to get good at. All right, let's go our foot elevated, single leg deadlifts. So a yoga block or something to elevate your back foot. And then we need our heavy weights here. I think I'm going to stick with my 50, my kettlebell. You do you though. You can stay at the same weight. Round 1, I used a 30 pound, but I'd like to go a little heavier. All right, remember, hinging. So we're hinging from the hips. Other foot is elevated and offset. All right, when you're ready, it's only 8 repetitions. Grab your heavy weight. Let's go, 8. Press to that foot. I got one more. Definitely feel the difference there from 30 to 50. So join me if you want. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Other side goes. So switch it out. Again, you can hold the weight on either side. Whatever side feels more comfortable and stable for you. Depending on the weight. A dumbbell I like on the outside, a kettlebell I like on the inside. But you do you. All right, 8 reps when we're ready. Whew. Nice job. Hopefully you felt that. Walk that off. All right, we're going 10 single side Arnold press. Remember, that's the one with the rotation. I'm going to try my 30s. Now, keep in mind, if you go heavy, you may have to push press this. So a little dip and punch through the legs to get the weight up. And if you're not comfortable with that, stay with your lighter weight, no problem. All right, when you're ready, we go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, it's getting hard, 2, 1, whoo, big difference. This is why we get familiar on round 1, and round 2 we really go hard. Lifting heavy, heavy weights, smaller amount of reps, really getting that muscle fatigue. All right, when you're ready, we got 10 on the other side. Also, unilateral work, which we're doing, is really nice to find deficiencies in the body. My right side way stronger than my left. So for me, that means I need to train my left more. Two more. And 10. Whoa, very nice job. Whew. All right, all we have left are those deadlifts. So I'm going to actually stick with my 30s because together it makes it a little heavier than that 50-pound kettlebell. But we only have 10 reps. Traditional deadlifts. So let's finish this circuit. Then we'll do a little core and we'll come right into our cool down. All right, when you're ready, hinge from your hips, pick up your weights, ready, set. 10. Keep your shoulder blades hugging your spine. 2 more. Safely set them down and release. Awesome job. Great job on your full body. All right, time to do some core. So meet me on your back when you're ready. Bring your fingertips behind your ears. You're going to lift the upper body and hold like you're doing an isometric crunch. Bring your right knee above your hip, left knee above your hip. Now we're going to go into like a little cross crawl. So you're going to bring your right elbow to your left knee as you do so. Your right foot's going to drop and tap the floor. Come back through center, switch sides. Back through center and switch. Now let's play around with our tempo, pick it up a little bit. So we're creating this little ball, really digging deep into the core. We're adding in some rotation and some elevation changes when we drop the foot. So really creating a strong functional core, which will support us in our lifts. You got it, stay in it, side to side. Let's go 3, 2, 1, hold center. Now straighten your right leg to the sky, extend your left leg towards the floor. Fingertips stay behind the ears. We'll pulse the right leg in for 2, and then we switch. Left, in, switch, right, in, switch, left, in, switch, right, in, switch, left, in, switch, keep it going, right, left. Long levers, creating more intensity through the core. Now you keep going, but I want you to notice, if your low back is arching away from the floor, keep your legs up a little higher. Draw your navel into your spine, tilt your pelvis up a little bit so you feel your low back flush into the mat, and try to maintain that integrity through the structure as you move the legs. Now as we keep the pulsing, we're going to add a reach across. So right arm reaches across the left arm to the right. So again, adding in a little rotation, keeping that low back broad onto the floor, little pulse moves, digging deeper into that strong core. You got it. Stay in it. One more. Knees to chest. Hug your knees into your chest. Keep the upper body up. We're going to pull in and slowly extend out. Bring it back in. Pull it in. Slow extension. Nice and slow with control. You got this. We just have about 45 more seconds for the core, and then we're done and we get to stretch. Stay with me. Stay with me, Pelwell. Come on. Speed it up. Out. In. Out. Now, if the head's getting tired, feel free to place one hand behind the head, giving your neck a little support. If the low back is lifting, take your legs up a little higher. In. Out. You got it. Come on. Extend. Contract. Extend. Contract. Extend. Hold. 10 seconds. Breathe. Navel to spine. Hollow it out. You got this. Stay in at 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Awesome job. Let's get right into our stretches. So it might be really helpful to have yoga blocks. If you don't, maybe you can use your couch or a footstool or something just to elevate the arms. But when you're ready, meet me on your mat. If you're using yoga blocks, turn them so they're on their highest setting. We're going to stretch the shoulders and the lats underneath the armpit. So place your hands on your blocks. Walk your knees back until your arms are straight. You want your hips somewhat over the knees, and then just slowly let your chest and head fall through towards the floor. So hopefully you're feeling this through the shoulders, the chest, the lats underneath the armpits. And if it feels a little wonky, walk your knees in a little bit more, and then descend closer to the floor. And your head may be nowhere close to touching, and that's okay. Let gravity and the props hold you in this suspended stretch. And just take nice deep breaths here. Maybe with every exhale, dropping the chest a little bit more. Nice long spine, long arms. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Press your hands firmly into whatever prop you're using. Round your spine to come back through. Walk the knees in to release. Turn your blocks onto their lower setting. You could also use some really thick books here as well. We're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to come into a narrow stance down dog. So not only can we have a nice long spine, but we're also decompressing and stretching through the lumbar and down the posterior chain through the glutes, the hamstrings, the calves, maybe even all the way into the plantar fascia of the foot. Draw your navel into your spine. Lift your sits bones a little higher. Nice deep breaths here. All of that hinge movement we did in our workout today, let that go with this stretch. And just focus on your breath here. Nice deep breaths. And then slowly pick up the heels, lower the knees towards the floor, and we're going to come into a seated forward fold. You can set your blocks off to the side. So you can take your seated fold however feels comfortable. Your legs can be together. You can straddle. No matter where you take it, we just want to find more release through that posterior chain as we've used it so much in our class today. If you're going wide-legged like me, tilt your hips slightly forward and then start to fold like a pancake. Nice deep breaths here. Hopefully feeling this through the back of the thighs, but also maybe in the inner thighs, maybe even the low back as well. This nice, gentle stretch. Let your feet be relaxed. Use your arms as much as you need, like kickstands to support you. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And then walk yourself back up and release. Bring your legs together if you straddled and roll onto your right side. We're going to do a nice stretch for the shoulder and chest. So coming into like a fetal position. Laying on my right side, bring your left hand up towards the ceiling and then turn it so the palm is facing the back of your space. You're going to bend at your elbow, slide your left hand up towards your low back, maybe mid back, maybe shoulder blades. And then you're going to crawl the fingers underneath your side waist or side body, and then just use your body to hold here. Hopefully feeling this through the chest and the shoulder of this left arm. My right arm is supporting my head, but you can do whatever feels comfortable with your right arm. Take a few deep breaths here. Today's focus was push and hinge, so we did a lot of shoulders and a lot of posterior chain moves. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And then slowly crawl your fingers back out and gently release that left arm. We're doing the same thing on the other side. So just roll onto your left side body. I'm going to use my left arm to support my head. Right arm comes up toward the sky, palm faces back behind you. Bending at the elbow, slide the hand up towards the mid-back. Creepy crawl your fingers underneath your waist. And then just stay and take a few deep breaths here. Again, hopefully feeling this all around the shoulder. Nice deep breaths. A lot of studies have shown to increase range of motion and flexibility, stretching the area just 1 minute 5 times a week has great range of motion and flexibility increases. So if you have an area that feels really tight, perhaps it's shoulder or hamstrings, just picking one of those stretches, just one, and holding it for 1 minute 5 times a week. All right, slowly work your hand back out and release. All right, we're going to come into a gentle supine twist. So you may want to block for this, maybe not. I'll leave that up to you. But go ahead and lay onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Let your knees fall over towards the right, but keep this left shoulder down. You might want the yoga block between the legs, on the outside of the legs. Maybe even use an arm to kind of pull the knee down. And take deep breaths here, decompressing throughout the spine. All right, take 2 more deep breaths here. All right, bring your knees back up through center. Let's switch sides. I've got a little cat. Doesn't want me to be doing this. She loves to be on camera. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Now bring your right arm over to your left side. Use that to press yourself up. And that's it. Full body strength and recovery. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Have an amazing rest of your day. And until next time, Pell well, be well.